Welcome to the last week of the regular season of the Tonto's Demise podcast. I'm Hillbillies on PCP, Tonto Bull 6 champ, sitting here with
Dr. Matt Detling. Just lying. Just joking. No, I'm lying. All right. Matt Detling, Tonto Bull 1, 3.
And the other one.
And the other one, somewhere in the teens. 16. Champion.
How you doing?
I'm negative testing, so
Good,
I'm great.
good. So you're positive that you're negative.
It's very good. Yes. Feel fantastic. Feel like I can run a quarter mile.
Nice. One lap around the track.
That's right.
It's pretty good. I don't even know if you could do that. I'm sure you could. As a slow jog.
Slow jog. Yeah, I can do this.
I don't think
I can sprint it.
No.
You don't think I can sprint it?
No.
One lap around a track?
I don't think you can make it the whole way.
I mean,
maybe just to spite me, you would do it.
You know, I did win a bet with Catula one time. You know that bet, right?
Remind me.
It was if I could run 5 miles in an hour while being drunk.
Oh, while being drunk.
And after having cigarettes and stuff.
Okay,
and
so
not sleeping for over 24 hours.
Okay, so that's like a 12-minute mile.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, well, the first mile I did in under 8 minutes flat. And I looked at Catula and I was like, "You're in trouble, bro." And he's like, nah, I got this. And I ended up finishing with like 10 minutes to spare or something because I was joking around the last mile. I pretended to fall down and take a breath. A little drama.
Interesting, very interesting.
Yep.
Well, you
could
could probably sprint
one time
it. You
around.
could slow down though. You'd have to like clock you.
I
keep your
can't.
Speed above like 10 miles an hour.
I couldn't slow down. 10
right.
miles an hour. I don't think I've ever run faster than 5 miles an hour. I think that's God's truth.
Yeah, I don't know what an average human being can sprint at.
Well, I'm no DK Metcalf,
Yeah,
that's for sure.
That's like 20 miles an hour.
So he's
right?
like solid muscle, thin, no fat. He's around like 22.35 miles per hour. Let's take me. No muscle, all body fat. Probably
I think you could hit 10
2
miles
to
an
3
hour.
miles an hour.
No way.
Dude, I don't think so.
You could hit 10 miles an hour.
On a straight track? Not a downward slope?
Speaking of DK, he's up by about 20 points now. What happened? What happened to Lockett?
I don't. Well, I'll tell you what happened. That one guy from Philly, Schwartz, said, "You're no Megatron." And then I pissed him off. That's what happened. Thanks, Jim Schwartz. I'm in line to get slapped.
Did you happen to watch that game at all?
I did.
Did you hear how they were referring to Tyler Lockett as the artist? They're like, he's more of a creative type. He likes to play guitar, write poetry. You know, DK Metcalf just focuses entirely on football, but he has a life outside of football.
You know, DK Metcalf has a pacifier mouth guard, and his hair changes color every game. Like it was purple that game. And the other last week, I think it was a Seahawk green.
Right.
Or seafoam green or whatever you want. So I would think that he'd be more of the artist style. But that's why I like Lockett, man.
Oh, you never knew that about him.
Does the poetry and, he does
spoken word.
Interpretive dance. He's like a regular Lynn Swan out there on the field. He took ballet classes.
He probably did. All right, well.
You just want to cancel this bet now?
Hell no. With like 4 weeks left, up by 20, I like this.
All right, that's actually...
You can double down if you want, double or nothing.
What are we going to do, double down? 2 slaps?
Yeah.
What would I double down for?
I don't know. Yeah, you haven't lost one yet, so I guess you wouldn't double down.
Can I forward the slap to next year?
No.
You get to slap me, and then something stupid like, oh, you can choose somebody to slap me as well, but it can't be Gags, Ed, and I'm just going to go through like 10 other people until there's only one person.
Well, I'll pull Jimmy back. Jimmy Huber.
No, it would be Jay Huber. Jay Huber's the only one because I think he might have like a heart and only give me like a soft slap.
He would never be able to.
He'd be like, I can't do it. And I'm like, sorry, Brian. That was your guy. So, but no, I would never do a double or nothing. But I didn't know. I remember in the podcast you said playoffs. Oh, we didn't playoffs. And I said, yeah or no. When I started thinking, well, does that mean like week 13 and we're done? Or does it mean.
I meant all the way through week 16 of our season.
Gotcha. Okay.
You're good with that, right?
I'm good with that. I am fine with that, being down 20-some points. And I know everybody's. Well, Bigler and Gags are looking forward to the slap. Gags thought it was a slap battle. It's just one slap.
Yep.
So it's not going to be a thing where you get to hold on to something for leverage.
And if it was just you and I, like I probably wouldn't even lay into it. But now that there's going to be an audience, like I can't disappoint.
Show them that you're like a pussy.
Yeah, I can't disappoint.
I'm just going to be like, Quincy, just do it, Brian. Just do it. Put my mouth guard in.
Look how you're mentally,
for the worst.
you're like mentally preparing for it. I
yeah,
love it.
Definitely.
All right, at least it'll be warmer than it is right now.
Yeah, probably sting.
Unfinished business. All right, Delling, what do you want to talk about first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go unfinished business first.
Okay.
First unfinished business. Damn you, Derrick Henry. Damn you.
Yeah.
And also, if I would have had Adam Thielen, I feel like I could have squeaked that one out maybe. Damn it.
Yeah.
So COVID strikes again, but I'm not gonna blame it on a loss.
No, Derrick Henry's a beast.
Yeah, but the rest of his team wasn't that great.
True.
But Henry had like a 40-some point. He had like a Tyreek Hill level running back performance. But what can you do? My team didn't perform. I'll take the loss. I was fortunate enough to
Still have a chance for first place.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if I went first place now.
Okay.
I'm not sure depending on, I have to look at these stats and standings, and maybe I'm comfortable with second place. Gags can flip-flop with Craig. Then Craig plays you in the 6th seed.
Yeah.
Then Gags plays you in the 6th
Wow,
seed.
You're like Rain Man over here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like, but when you're in the playoff standings, like who do you want to play? It's kind of hard. Like I'm just looking like,
Yeah.
oh, and like I'm like, I'd like to play Tree again. Just it's pretty much like I don't want to play Bigler. I can't remember who else. I don't want to play Gags really. Just want to. I don't know.
Me, Gags, or Bigler.
Right.
Or
I don't want to
Tree.
play Bigler because there's
Yeah.
Mahomes.
Yep. I
So-
think Tree's probably the one you want to play.
Yeah, like I want Bigler to lose in the first round, basically, because of Mahomes.
Yep.
I want Craig to lose in the second round to you.
Right. You want the perfect storm.
Yeah, I want the perfect storm.
Yeah.
I'd love a Pittsburgh versus Pittsburgh matchup. That way, even if I lose, I still don't have to drive too far.
That's true.
But I want that damn trophy.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Right. So that was that first part of the unfinished business. The second unfinished business is, I think like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I get lost in time here since we didn't have podcasts a couple times due
Yeah.
to weather and phone constraints. I remember I was like, I want to talk about something, and then I couldn't remember what it was. Well, it came to me a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a couple of days ago. Who knows? Time is relative. But it was like, so I was doing some like deep thinking. You know, like there's always like, oh, people are thinking about, we only have one life to live, and then other people are saying, oh, we have reincarnation. You know, what do you believe in and stuff. And I choose to believe that we only have one life to live. But the way I win, it's like a win-win, because if you have one life to live and you live it to the fullest, you win. But if you live it to the fullest and you die and you're reincarnated, you'll win, because you're surprised. Oh, I got another life. Hey,
But
power up.
Yeah, but you probably don't.
No, you probably
realize if you are reincarnated.
Right. Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
probably
Reset
don't
your brain.
realize it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Until you go to like one of those like psychics or something. They say you've had 9 lives.
Yeah,
Blah blah blah. But no, the one thing I started thinking about was karma. Like if you're a bad human or a good human, like what is reincarnation? Like people are like, oh, we get to reincarnate ourselves. Reincarnate ourselves, is that even? But what I was thinking was, so what do you come back as? How do you don't control it? Like, so if I'm an asshole, do you come back? Like people are like, oh, you're
down
gonna come
the totem pole.
Yeah, like do I become a fly?
I mean, not immediately.
No, not immediately. No, you're just gonna keep on going down.
I think it's a step down process.
Yes, okay, so it's like that, but then there's like at the same time, what do I got to do? What do I do in this previous life that I have now? That in the next life, like, how does the person that gets to be Brad Pitt get chosen, where he gets to be like a star and he gets to bang all these girls?
That might not be a good thing.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, you're here, you're all the success is thrown at you, or
Yeah.
But then I come back in, what with the struggles that we have, like, what if I'm a black man? But I'm a black man that's an NFL player or a basketball player. I got the fame, but I also got the racism I got to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's in like, how do I come back? Why do I come back as Donald Trump's version? And then whatever years, like what do I got to do to walk into an inheritance, all this other stuff, or Arnold Schwarzenegger, or like a soldier, or like what did I really do if I come back as a handicapped person or like a child with autistic stuff,
Right.
So like I was just deep in thought, like how does someone make choices made to become that?
But you don't believe in reincarnation, or do you?
Well, I was trying to see if I did believe in it, but I was like, nobody knows, because there's the grand creator from my religion, not the creator, the Lord.
Scientology.
I don't have enough money for Scientology, Brian. But no, it's just something to think about if you want to sit there and think of like what makes what happen, and what or is it just one life to live and you're done and you become a plant food?
That's a good thought. Very good thought. So you got to reach for that enlightenment, you know?
Right. So I was just sitting there thinking about that, staring off into the void one day at the casino. So
Wow.
it's just, these are the things when I get a dead table, I just look and people just walk by and they're not even there in front of me.
It's like Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy, kind of.
That chime was perfect.
It was. It's like we got some Buddha chimes in the background here.
Yes. So yeah, my thing is like, how do I come back as Jeff Goldblum?
So Jeff Goldblum is the ultimate. I mean, he's.
I think
or
so.
maybe at least a stepping stone.
Stepping stone above. I mean, he's quirky, cool,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
life finds a way. It finds a way. So I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. I think that's a great conversation to have, especially if you have a pot brownie. Along.
I do have a pot brownie, but you're not getting it. Was that what you're trying to do? You're trying to squeeze some pot brownie out of me?
Maybe. Bring it over here and we'll have a chat. And then we'll have a great
I can't
podcast.
leave if we have a chat.
We'd have a great podcast. Oh, you sleep on the porch?
Oh, no, yeah, bullshit. Sleep on the porch. That's your karma right there. You just lost a point.
All right. I'll give you the garage key.
Garage. Get the fudge out of here. I've been in that garage. It's like -2 points.
Oh, we've remodeled. It's nicer.
Sure you have.
All right.
I'd rather sleep in Nola's dollhouse out here.
It's available. All right. We'll save that for another chat, though.
Okay.
All right, I've got a few things for unfinished business, and I just have to recap that Wednesday afternoon, that amazing Wednesday afternoon, because, like you said, time is just out of whack these days, and it was crazy to finish school and then basically just go downstairs and watch a football game. I was like, what time is it right now?
Oh, that is kind of cool. I didn't even think about that.
And I liked it, but everything, you want to talk about pleasing the gods and reincarnation, I must have pleased the gods somehow, because everything fell
aligned.
the stars aligned, everything fell exactly how I needed it to. And I thought to myself, if the Steelers start blowing them out early in the first half and they bench everybody second half, I might lose it, because they put in your second team, the defense gives up more yards, more points, Ben's on the bench, It could have happened, but, it worked out that they couldn't score a touchdown. They let Baltimore stay in the game pretty much the entire time, literally the entire time.
Yeah.
And it worked out so that Ben could throw the ball 50 times.
That's crazy.
And hold on.
Okay, sorry.
And Deontay Johnson, he had 3 really big drops. One should have been a touchdown. Another one in the fourth quarter probably would have been 40 yards up the sideline. And they're just off his hands.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so.
That's what I was going to ask. So, coming into this game, you had the Steelers defense, Claypool, and Ben. Am I correct? Is that
right.
the three? The three that he had? And he had Deontay Johnson?
And he was up by 70. Yeah.
He was up by 70?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Okay, that did have to align.
Deontay Johnson, he could have swung that the other way. And, Craig in the recap did point out a couple times, and I would probably feel the same way, that the Ravens had 0 people on offense, and it was it was a JV team.
We are,
and I'm not going to deny it. I mean, you got a hobbled RG3 for half the game.
Yeah, so what? That's fantasy football.
Yeah, it is.
You got to deal with it. Craig has feasted on JV football teams with his defenses before. Don't try to use that as an excuse.
And I don't care either at all. I'm happy. I will not put an asterisk next to that win. I would have been really pissed had the game not been played. If they had just said, too many people, and that's the way you go out, with your backup scrubs.
Right.
And then, side note, the fact that Juju was able to make 2 catches in the fourth quarter that really didn't need to make to take you over the top, or Jay over the top.
I was gonna say me.
No, to take Jay over the top against Jutt. That was beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Icing on the cake.
Yeah. I immediately texted him. I said, "You did it! You did it!"
Did he even know what he did?
Yeah, he did. Because I told him, I was like, "You really need to win this game for me."
Jeez.
And he's like, "I'll see what I can do." He's like, I'll call Juju. I'll see what I can do. So, and then after the game, I talked to him. I said, "You have to do one more thing for me." He's like, "What?" I was like, "You have to fall on the sword next week."
Because you're playing him?
Yeah. Oh. He's like, "Well, it won't be hard." He's like, "I'll put my best players in, but my best players are awful." So
you guys are like the Highlander. You're like teamers until the end. You're walking. You're the Highlanders, future Highlander. He's Sean Connery, and you look and you're like, there can only be one, and you chop his head off.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So.
All right, one more piece of unfinished business, and this goes out to Craig. And I sincerely mean this, Craig. I'm sorry for slapping you with my chub.
Oh, gross.
He liked it.
Slapped him in the face with the chub. Oh, Craig, you got a porn star mustache? Don't stop believing. Ooh.
It has been years since we've pulled this segment out.
Well, you know, I got my throat surgery and got my voice back.
It was worth every penny. So it is time for our once in a while segment, Don't Stop Believing. And normally I would say for me to don't stop believing, and I'm a part of it because I still need to win to get in, but thankfully I don't need any help. I just need to take care of my own business. But Josh, you really can't stop believing in your team because this week you need a lot to happen. You know it, but we're going to say it anyway. You need to beat Disco, which will not be easy. You need Jay to somehow take Andy Dalton and
To the promised
land. And then you need Jut to lose to who?
Kevin Bean.
Kevin Bean. So that one might happen, but you need all three of those things to align perfectly for you to get in. And if you do, you're going to get in without your chub. Do you really want in without your chub? I don't know. But you're going to get in there without your chub, facing Gags. Which, you don't want to go down that dark road again.
You don't want to go into a situation with Gags where he can't choke on your chub. It's just never going to work out for you.
That's right. So, Josh, I don't stop believing, but, it's a slim hope. Jut, similar situation, but you don't need as much. You need to take care of your business and hope that, again, Jay can, get... let's see here. What's one of his scrubs on his bench or on his team? Sorry, Jay. You need Darrell Henderson to go off and Gallman to take me down.
And Jonnu Smith.
Yeah, and Jonnu Smith, which he could have a good game, but it could happen. So, and Jut, you're my nemesis, so it could very well happen. You beat me this year. You always beat me in the playoffs, so I won't be shocked if it does happen. So don't stop believing, guys. It's kind of fun when it comes down to the end, and you don't really know who's making it in the playoffs until the dust settles.
What about you? You need to not stop believing as well.
I said that in the beginning. I said I just need to
you need to go more depth about yourself.
Oh, I mean, all I need to do is beat Jay. That's all.
Win and you're in?
Win and I'm in, because I've already got the 6th seed.
And if Bigler loses, you would jump him.
Yeah, and I don't care. I mean,
Possum loses, you jump him as well.
Right, and I don't care about jumping anybody in the league. I just want to get in. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care what seed I get. I'm perfectly happy with 6th seed. Because just like Disco said on the lineup today, you just want to make sure you get into one of those top 6 spots. Anything can happen.
That's very true. I think last year I needed some stuff to work, and it didn't, and I didn't make the playoffs, if I can remember correctly, because I had so many injuries.
Oh, right.
Or the year before, it had been last year, because the year before I won the ship.
That's right. Do you want to tell anybody to not stop believing, like in the top 3?
No, fuck you guys. You guys shall rot in hell. Your team should die. All your teams should get nothing. I'm not going to show anything else.
Yeah.
Just bad luck to all of you.
That's a very, very polite hater.
I don't want to screw myself over, because Kittle could be back sooner than later. Could be.
Trade time, trading guys, excellent. Boop. Hey, so anyways, we are past the trade deadline, but last week we didn't have a show, so we never talked about your trade with Crick.
Right, that was a distant boop away.
So, did that happen on the deadline day? I can't remember. Or was it 2 days before? I don't remember.
It was close. It was either the day before or the day of.
Yeah.
Because I was in talks with a lot of people trying to get anything done I could, and just in amazement that nobody wanted any of my quarterbacks. Well, I screwed up with the whole Kyler Murray thing.
Yeah, that was kind of. Let's not get back into that, please.
Yeah.
Let that go under the bridge. We'll talk about that off season or something.
Off season. Bullshit.
All right, what was the trade?
The trade that I successfully was able to do. Actually, I'd like to say that I tried to get Miles Sanders off of him,
Okay.
and he would not budge. He said that he's like, I tried all year. He's like, I love Miles Sanders because he's from Penn State and he's a Philly fan, so it's like a great combination. He's like, I've been trying to get him off at Disco, I think, for 2 years, and I finally got him. And I don't. And now he's like, oh, you're killing me, Det. And I just got him, and I was like, yeah, but I'm trying to give you something for the future, and or for now and the future. And I was trying to work some stuff with him, and he's like, nah. He's like, well, I'll get back to you on it. I was like, okay, all right. And then I said, all right. And he explained to me. I said, all right, I respect that. You're keeping him. I got it. You know, you want to.
What does he have, 1 year left with him?
Yeah, I believe so. I think it'd be a second round pick, maybe, or second or first. I can't remember what it was. But I said, okay. And then I just thought to myself, I said, well, I'll try. And I said, because at the time I was really scraping the bottom. I was trying to get anybody. I needed some help for running back, and because my squad was hurting.
I know.
Real bad. I know everybody's smiling about that. Delhi has no running backs, none whatsoever. Latavius Murray was good, and at the time he wasn't.
Yeah.
So I said I'll take a shot because a lot of people were trying to get Tyler Boyd off of me.
Okay.
And I was like not budging because they were giving me shit for him, like absolute garbage. And so I just said, how about Tyler Boyd for Austin Eckler? And I thought maybe because he was hurt. I said, and I don't know if he said he's coming back. So, and he said, I know he didn't say it right away, but he said, okay, I'll do that. And I said, sweet. And we did it.
Nice. Obviously, it's already paying off for you. And
he was my best player that week.
Yeah. And Tyler Boyd, I mean, he's still a good player. Obviously, he's useless with Burrow being out, but Crick was already out of it anyway.
Well, no, Crick said he's like, I'm not gonna. He's like, I won't quit. I'm not quitting.
Yeah. So he can still put up a good fight.
Which I respect a lot.
Yeah.
So he was still trying to win.
And could he keep Boyd?
Yeah, he could keep him third round next year.
Okay.
So
not great value, but not bad.
Joe Burrow?
No. I'm talking Boyd. Boyd third round.
Well, I'm saying with Joe Burrow as the quarterback.
Right.
Thinking at the time.
Yeah.
Third round is not bad. Like imagine if you had if you had the back end of the third round. It's basically a fourth round pick.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so that's what he was thinking. Because I was thinking about holding on to him next year as well, and then I just said I need to make some kind of change, anything I could do to help my team. So I said I'll do Eckler, and hopefully he comes back.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, I think it's going to be a huge move for you going forward. I haven't followed him. Like, is he getting basically the majority of the touches?
Oh, he got 14 targets last week. He got the most targets. It was the highest of his career or something crazy. Like a huge target share, which I wasn't even expecting that game versus Buffalo. I just thought he was going to they were going to ease him back in. Yeah, kind of.
Maybe get a touchdown.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it worked out. But I mean, I guess it didn't work out because I lost still.
Right.
It was nice to see.
Obviously, moving forward to the playoffs, it'll be helpful.
Right. Exactly.
So, I mean, there are no huge winners or losers in that, but I think it benefits you more because you're in the playoffs and he's not. But it could help him long term if he chooses to keep him. Yeah, it could. And I tried a lot with a lot of people to get running backs, and I thought that I offered better than Tyler Boyd, and before with I offered Boyd and a quarterback for one running back, and I was turned down, and I was like, I don't know what else to offer. McCaffrey was in play, that's for sure. Derrick Henry was in play. A couple other running backs too, and then I was trying to do straight up, and they would, no, I need more, and I was also in talks with Josh for Chubb. The exact same time you were. Literally. I know. And he told me. He didn't say it was you, but he said he's dealing with other people. Yeah, Josh tried to get he's shooting for the moon with me, trying to get 5 of my players. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm not giving up half my team for Chubb. And then he said something, I need this, and I said, well, let me think about it. And then literally 30 seconds, he's like, too late. Ooh. And I said, and my text message said back, I was like, well, it's never too late if you're trying to make the playoffs and better yourself. I was like, let's just talk tomorrow. Let's take the time to cool off and we can talk tomorrow. And then that's when I saw the lineup, or I forget, you're something about Chubb, and then I was like, wait, what? And I saw you for J.D. McKissick, and what was the other one? Jefferson. Yeah. So we talked about that trade, right, already? Yeah, we did. Okay. Yeah. And I was like, I feel like I offered better. I just feel like I offered better. And you were like, keep room retention, but I was blown away. I was just like, damn it. I was like, this doesn't make any sense to me. At least you're able to get a solid running back.
I was. That's what, like,
Yeah.
once you did that, I was like, fuck, Brian got the chub. Shit. I was like, I need the running back so bad.
I'll do
I
anything.
need it. Yeah, I was like, somebody take a damn quarterback off of me. But nobody would. It was too late. So.
Hypothetical question. Would you have traded Murray before Thursday's game if the deal was right?
Yes,
Yeah. Were you willing
Well,
to trade him?
I was.
Okay.
But I wasn't going to give him for crap.
Yeah.
Like, people were trying to offer me dick.
Yeah.
I know. It's like, I got a couple patented.
And not Chubb either.
No, yeah, not Chubb. I got a couple patented, let's throw some shit on the wall and see if it sticks trades. And I was like, no, I know, you're out of your mind. Don't even try that. I'm not going to give Kyler Murray the best quarterback in the game at that point. So I was just like, yes. I was like, I'd rather keep two with the COVID era going on.
Exactly. It could actually benefit you in the playoffs.
Right.
Even though, I mean, you can't be Jut and play two quarterbacks, but, you know.
Right. I mean, well, we can't all be. Hey, I thought, I started laughing when he did it. I said, that's a very Detling maneuver. It's like, I applaud him on that.
I love. He just likes to blow up the league.
Yeah. Oh, well, I like to blow it up sometimes too.
Yeah.
So.
He just likes to see something beautiful die.
It's a Fight Club.
Yeah.
Not about dies. Like, I just wanted to destroy something
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes. That's right.
So, all right. So, who wins the trade?
Like I said, I think I'll give you the edge,
Mhm.
just because it benefits you more, and like keeping, what's his name?
Eckler?
Yeah, not keeping
Murray?
No.
Allen?
Oh my God.
Who?
The receiver.
Kittle?
The receiver. Who'd you trade?
I traded Boyd.
Yeah, keeping Boyd is a long shot. You know,
Oh, okay.
the long-term benefit, who knows? But Eckler is going to benefit you in the playoffs for sure.
Right.
So I'll give you the edge.
Right. Well, do you give me the edge now because Burrow was hurt, or what about with
Oh,
Burrow?
good point.
Because at the
Good
point
point,
when we did
yeah.
that trade, Burrow was not hurt.
I'd still give you the edge, but just because he was out of it.
Okay, yeah, because Boyd was on fire with that
Yeah.
guy. So, and now I have some very interesting keeper options as the year closes because I have Eckler, I have Kittle, I have Josh Allen, I
You
have
sound
Michael
like a
Pittman
guy.
Jr.
You sound like a guy who didn't make the playoffs.
I'm just saying.
Focus on this
I got
year.
some stuff going on, man. I'm always thinking ahead. Focus in the present.
That's right.
That's right. Who's okay? So my opinion of the trade was it was a solid trade. I think I went out now because Burrow got hurt, and I didn't, and I think I won because for my team I think I won because I needed running back help and I had to give a piece.
Yep.
And I wasn't going to get it without giving up a wide receiver.
This week's matchups. It's back to church, man.
Doing my 2.5 minutes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had that in your repertoire.
All right. Second octave.
All right. This first matchup, I'm going to go with this if you don't mind, since it's near and dear to my heart, as you like to say.
Hubris much?
Yep. And I am and I'm going for revenge against Saquon and So. He torched me in week 2. I got my revenge on Craig from him beating me in week 1, and now I need to cash this one in to make it into the playoffs. So let's get down to it. And obviously Jay's out of it. He's been out of it for a while just because of all the injuries. But I still got hope. So let's start with the quarterbacks. I got Big Ben going up against Andy Dalton. I love this matchup. I'm going Big Ben.
I'm going Big Ben as well because Andy Dalton's playing against Baltimore.
Right. And Jay said, and I didn't know this, but Jay said he follows the NFC East pretty closely. Mm-hmm. But he said that Washington has one of the best pass defenses in the league, which I did not know that.
Yeah, I just from Yahoo, they're 31st.
Yeah. So I think Big Ben will be fine because he just does a lot of the short passes. But yeah, right. It should be an interesting game. Receivers, I got Metcalf, Allen, and Claypool going up against Juju, Parker, and Corey Davis. I like my receivers better than his.
That's a tough choice. I think I'm going to go with you.
Okay. Why the hesitation?
Devontae Parker.
Okay, going up against Cincinnati.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't know if Fitzpatrick is going to be
he
playing. Is he starting?
Because Tua's still hurt.
Yeah, I heard they weren't going to make a call until Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's leaning towards Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, it's magic, baby.
Yep, I love him. That's he's my safety last week.
He plays safety?
No, he was my safety quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Like Sally, you get it.
No, she's my backup.
Whatever, same thing.
My safety was Leslie Huang. I think my second backup was Amanda Cardone. I remember there was going to be a cat fight between her and Sally at a party once over who was going to be the backup.
You were going to like coordinate this?
Oh, I let it widely be known who my backups were. Like I was just trying to get 10 backups before, but Sally had a contingency plan of it had to be before when we were both 30 years old. So if I was 30 and she was 30, or 31, 30, we were getting married no matter what.
Wow.
So it could have been interesting because if I was 31, I don't think I would have wanted to get married. I just wouldn't want to. Sally would be like, "All right, let's go." No, I don't want to do it. You signed a contract.
Yep, and then she would have been like, "All right, come on, Crick."
Come on, Crick. That's what. Yeah,
right. Getting married.
That contract currently is under one of Craig's trapper keepers in his room.
Oh, that'd be great to unearth that. All right, running backs. I've got Dalvin and Chubb going up against Gallman and Henderson.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Cook okay?
Yeah, he's just got a sore ankle.
Tweaked his ankle.
He's all right. Ben there. That's one of the number one running backs in the league. Ben there.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna go with my running backs.
Yeah, without a doubt, Cook and Chubb, the CC Music Factory.
All right. Hawkinson versus Jonnu. Jonnu, he's one of those guys you just never know when he's going to show up, and when he shows up, he shows up big.
Didn't he get 0
last week? He did, but sometimes he gets 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I'm still going to go Hawkinson. He's a little more consistent, and especially Galladay out.
It's straight true. I'm going to go Hawkinson as well. I like that guy.
Yeah, he's a cool
Class
dude.
Act.
Cool dude.
All the way. Iowa bred.
All right, Hunter Henry versus Jarvis. Got a good.
You're starting 2 tight ends
for right now.
Gross.
I'm gonna go Jarvis.
Going Jarvis as well.
You'll have to see my bench.
I will.
All right, Prater or Lutz?
Lutz.
I'm actually gonna go Lutz as well. And Pittsburgh D playing Washington or Indy versus Houston. Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh D.
Yeah. All right, who you taking?
You don't do pre anymore.
That's true.
That sucks.
You think they're gonna crumble because without him?
I mean, maybe.
You're crazy.
They're not exactly excel without him either. So,
no, but they're not going to crumble to Washington.
Well, Indianapolis might be great since Houston doesn't have Will Fuller anymore.
That's true.
Maybe we should be like, we dare you to pass, Watson. We know Duke Johnson can't run.
Fair point.
Still taking Pittsburgh.
Yeah. All right, who you taking overall? I'm going to take me.
Taking you by a landslide.
Yeah. But, again, it's fantasy, so anything can happen. Corey Davis can get 3 touchdowns against Cleveland. You never know. All right. So, yeah, looking at my bench, the only other thing I would consider doing is maybe putting Benny Snell Jr. in there in the flex.
Jerry Jeudy?
Not with, out a quarterback. He's just... And they will probably have a quarterback, but he's just been too inconsistent. Okay. He's been a letdown. Maybe I'll put Ryan Fitzpatrick in my flex. Jet would love that move.
All right, this next matchup is Dub C Hooligans versus the Darkwing Jut. It's a quarterback. We've got, what the hell happened to me cooking? Russell Wilson versus Carson Wentz. I got to go Russell Wilson on that one.
Still got to go Russ. Yep, got to go Russ. Wentz is all out of sorts.
Dog shit.
Yeah.
Dog's trash, man. Just trash.
Before we get too far into this matchup, I want to say, Dub C, you had a wonderful season. Put up a crap ton of points, and I know that you're a little salty right now for not making playoffs. Hold your head up high. Your algorithms seem to have worked, and, you should be in the playoffs. All right.
That's bull. That is bull, Dub. You should cry yourself to sleep every night because you suck.
Oh my goodness.
You fucking suck. You didn't make the playoffs. It's not about points. It's about your matchups. And your team is garbage. Just not one good player on this team.
Wow.
Let me look at here.
All right. Well, who we got for...
okay, there's a lot of people that are good on your team.
He does have a good team.
Yeah. Sorry. Feel bad for you, but I don't feel bad for you because you understand that the shoe is on the same foot. So, all right. So we both agree Russell Wilson. All right. In the wide receivers, we've got Allen Robinson, DJ Shark Jr., and Jamison Crowder versus Bobby Tree, Michael Gallup, and Russell Gage. I got to go with Kevin Beans.
Yeah, you got to go Dub C anytime you got Russell Gage in there.
Russell Gage. All right, running backs. James Robinson, who who Kevin can hang his hat on.
Absolutely. I don't know what round he is, but he's a keeper.
It'll be. I think it's 10th round because you picked him out.
Okay.
Because when what's his name went down, when Leonard Fournette got traded, everybody's like, I'm picking this guy up, and I picked the one who I thought was going to be, and I was wrong, and I think he basically got the last one.
It's like you were wrong with that San Francisco receiver.
Who's the San Francisco?
I don't remember his name. On that Thursday night, you picked the wrong San Francisco receiver.
Trent Taylor, Richie James. Wow,
Sorry
that was
to bring that
terrible
up.
call. You're right.
All right, but
anyway, yeah, no, he picked the right one, and he's benefiting from it next year.
Keeper.
But yeah, Robinson and Clyde Edwards-Helaire versus Kenyon Drake and Devlin Singletary. I gotta go with Bean again, man.
Yeah, Bean
Sorry,
again. Because Drake's going against the Rams.
Yeah, that's true.
Tough.
All right, tight ends. We've got Jordan Reed versus Mike Gesicki. I'm going Mike Gesicki because we are,
and because Fitzmagic.
Yeah, that's right. And let's see here. And I also, it's Kittle's position. Reed, you're just keeping it warm. Flex appeal. We've got Alan Lazard, who took a brutal hit during the game. Oh, it was awesome. It was it was legal too.
Yeah.
Versus DeAndre Swift.
He's okay.
I am too. That would knock me out for like 3 weeks. I'm going to go with DeAndre Swift.
Yep. DeAndre. I don't know how healthy he is, but when he's healthy, he's good.
Yeah. All right, in the kickers, Myers versus Koo. I'm going Koo.
You got to go Koo.
Guy's a beast.
He is. Better than Rodrigo?
No. Okay. Well, maybe points-wise.
Yeah.
The Asian infatuation. His persuasion. All right, defense. We've got New England versus the Chargers and Houston versus Indianapolis. I think I'm going to go. I'm going to go New England. I'm going New England because Belichick just. He stomped. He's just good, man. He stomped Kyler Murray.
He is. Just in the fact that it's Belichick putting the X's and O's on paper. Yeah, I'm going to give it to New England. The other one's a really tasty matchup.
Now, somebody asked on radio air, they're like, do you really think that Matt Patricia controlled the defense when he was in New England? That's Bill Belichick's baby.
That's right.
So all these guys that are defensive coordinators for New England got head coaching jobs when they didn't do shit.
You got a good point there.
So we're going Dub C?
Yo, absolutely.
All right.
And we're both going to take Dub C for the win, right?
Yep.
All right, in the next matchup we have Disco, who is officially in the playoffs, going up against Shawshank Athletics. Oh, and by the way, Disco is fresh off the COVID-19 list.
Nice.
And happy to hear that. It seems like he's making a pretty good recovery over there. And just in time for the playoffs, just in time for Christmas, and hopefully both of those will happen for him and he'll make it to the Tonto Bowl.
No.
Not through me, not through you.
Oh, okay.
Obviously there can't be three. Yeah, can't be three teams.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. And Josh is still holding on to hope, which is all you really ever want in fantasy football. You just want a chance. He's gonna be glued to his phone. I don't know about that, but he's gonna at least be interested in finding out whether or not he makes it. All right.
It's like holding it. When you hold out hope to get back with your first girlfriend.
Sure.
It's not worth it. It's just pain.
Yeah.
Lots of pain.
Move on. It's not gonna happen.
It's a damn good thing.
All right, he's going into introspection mode. All right, I know.
Reincarnation.
We lost him. We lost him.
Piece of lipstick. We're on a fat woman's lips.
All right, I'm just gonna.
Al Bundy from the Married with Children in a shoe store.
Pat Mahomes.
I'm here. 4 touchdowns in one game.
Wow. He's back. Versus Justin Herbert. I'm gonna go Mahomes.
I'm going to go Mahomes as well. Once Disco completed that trade, he put on his men's yoga pants and did the dance all the way across the hall and made everybody in his family watch him because he's that big of a narcissist.
Yep, and it would have been very highly uncomfortable for everyone except for him.
That's probably right.
Yeah. All right.
But yes, Mahomes over Herbert because Herbert's going against New England, but Herbert has got a bright future in this league as long as he does not get a haircut.
Yes, and I hope Josh keeps him. He probably will.
Yeah, I think he will.
All right, and in the wide receiver position, this is a sore subject for Disco because, he doesn't want to be starting some of these players here. We got Hollywood Brown, Mooney, and Mike Williams going up against, he'd love to have this guy over here, Brown, Jefferson, and Perryman.
Which guy would you love to have over here? He's like...
he'd love to have A.J. Brown.
Oh, okay.
I think he used to have him for a while. I don't even know if it was this year, but I think he did. I'm going to have to give a slight edge to Josh just because of A.J. Brown and Jefferson are pretty solid.
Slight. I give a huge edge to Josh.
Yeah, I give a huge.
And Hollywood Brown.
Huge.
More like Bollywood Brown.
Yeah, I know that he was loving that 70-yard bomb.
That's the one thing that he'll get every once in every 6 games, and everybody's like, Hollywood Brown's the greatest. No, he's not. He's trash.
He's just really fast. He's a poor man's Tyreek.
No, he's a poor man's Mike Wallace.
That's even worse.
Yeah, he's not a poor man's Tyreek. Tyreek has skill.
Oh, damn. All right. I wouldn't want Brown on my team. Hollywood, that is.
Me neither.
All right. In the running back position, we have Eazy-E and JTT going up against McKissick and Gurley, which I'm guessing Gurley might be coming back here. I haven't really looked. Man, this is tough.
This is tough. I mean, EZ got, 3 points last week?
I know, and he's going against Baltimore this week.
Yeah.
But Josh's matchups aren't looking very good either. McKissick might get a lot of little check down passes. Those catches for like 3 yards.
Mm-hmm. You know those quite well.
Yeah. So I'm going to give the edge to Josh here. I hate to do it, but I'm going to give it to Josh.
I'm going to give it to Josh as well. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Just going to do it. We
All
know
right.
what Jonathan Taylor's going to do.
Right.
I think for home improvement.
All right, in the tight end spot, we've got Waller the Baller versus Ingram. Waller the Baller.
Waller the Baller.
Going against the Jets. Look at him. He's projected as 17. That's tasty.
That is tasty.
All right, in the flex, we've got Jacobs going up against Debo.
Hide your chains. Hide your gold chains. Debo's coming.
I'm going to go Jacobs.
I'm going Debo. I don't know. What do we...
Against Buffalo?
Yeah. What do we know about Jacobs' ankle?
Yeah, he is kind of banged up there. I don't know.
I know Devontae Booker on that bench of mine is wondering.
Yeah, he didn't practice today, so that's not good.
No.
So
I think if you miss...
We'll find out. If he misses tomorrow, then that's going to probably...
Might be a game time decision.
Could be, yeah. But it's against the Jets. I'm going to give it to Jacobs.
Okay.
You go, Samuel?
I'm going Debo. I don't know why.
Okay. Carlson versus Gonzalez.
Carlson.
Yeah, I'll go Carlson as well. He's got a lot of stock in the Raiders there. And then finally the Washington D or the Miami D. I'm going Miami.
Oh, dude, Miami. I'm going Miami too, dude. Miami D is like his dark horse, came out of nowhere, crushed some teams, including myself. And you're going against Cincinnati without Joe Burrow, dude.
Right.
That's like a lion out in the wild, just watching some poor little baby zebra wander away from its family. I mean, he's ready to feast.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bigler, but that's trouble.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Bigler tries to maybe get a streaming defense in there. I don't know what's out there, but the Steelers are more than likely going to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
But you're probably just hoping to get some points out of it. Yeah, Josh on that one. So, I hate to say it, but other than Mahomes, Mahomes and Waller the Baller kind of leaning towards Josh.
We're hating on his team, man.
Yeah, but I do like the Miami D versus Cincinnati. I think it's going to be a close matchup, but I think Josh, I don't know. It's hard to go against Mahomes. It's really hard to get against Mahomes because he might put up 70 points, 80 points.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going disco.
What?
I'm going disco on Mahomes.
I'm going Josh. I'm going Josh, man. I think his team's going to cover Mahomes by 12.
Okay.
Also, quick, I got a bet for your lock of the year.
Okay, what's that?
Danny Garcia. It's a fight, boxing fight. Danny Garcia in the under 10 is what it is. Under 10 rounds, which is 31 minutes. Got a hot tip today from a guy that trains boxers.
Okay.
So Danny Garcia and the under. I'm telling you, bet your house was on
it. The entire house.
The entire house. All right, this next matchup I hold near and dear to my heart. I'm knocking stuff over. The Yinzer Jags versus Ed Lager, a personal friend of mine.
Yeah.
Man, I can't
go way back.
We go way back 2 years.
Yeah.
He's trying to seek revenge on me from our week matchup. I think I beat him. It was a pretty close matchup, I think.
In the beginning of the year.
In the beginning of the year when there was no injuries or anything like that. And but let's move on here. We got Kyler Murray versus Lamar Jackson. Hopefully,
Hopefully he's
Oh,
back.
actually, I think he will because it's a Tuesday game.
Yeah, I mean,
Weird.
you also have to just wonder, like, is he okay? You know, like, is it hitting him hard? Probably not, but it could.
I have no idea. I mean, there's different strains.
Yeah,
All because of the
exactly.
strength coach.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm going Kyler Murray myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Woo! Yeah, I'm gonna go Kyler Murray. It's the Rams, but I'm gonna still give it to you.
The Rams, yeah.
Oh man, you know I'm going Jackson against Dallas. I'm going Lamar.
Hey,
He's gonna be
I'm
so.
going Josh Allen,
He's gonna
man.
be so hyped because they need to win that game. He's gonna be so pumped. All right. And by the way, this is a huge game for you. Just want to point that out. You still have a chance at taking the number 1 seed. So
Or just keeping the bye week as well.
right.
I think Gags said need to win. If we both win, he's outscoring me by, I think it was 45 points.
Right, which is doable.
Because it was monster week
Yeah,
last week.
exactly.
Dude had a 150-point lead over him.
Yeah. Yep. And then Tyreek showed up.
Dude, Tyreek, they said it was one of the, I think it's like top 6 best statistical
that's what Gag said.
games by a wide receiver, I think.
Yep. Ever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is nuts. All right.
All right.
Go ahead.
And the wide, stop trying, don't you steal my thunder, Brian. All right, wide receivers, Yinzer Jags, Ed Lager has Michael Thomas, fresh back from the injury. Cooper Kupp, one of my old guys, and Sterling Shepard versus Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper, and Adam Thielen. I, for one, am going to take my receivers.
Yeah, I will as well. Just, Devontae is going to outscore Thomas. Kupp's probably could outscore Cooper. Cooper's been doing pretty good lately. And hopefully Thielen, if he's healthy, he should outperform Shepard. So I'm going to give it to you.
All right, moving along to the running backs. Antonio Gibson and Kareem Hunt versus Austin Eckler and Raheem Mostert. And great matchup.
Yeah.
I'm going my running backs on the strength of Eckler.
All right, and this is actually a really good matchup, to be honest with you, because Pittsburgh's been giving up a lot of rushing yards lately, and Hunt, he's got that beautiful 1-2 combo there with my boy Chubb. So I'm actually going to give it to Lager.
Damn you, Brian. I will say that I tried to get Hunt and Gibson off of Ed Lager,
They're two quality running
and
backs.
he said not a chance. Those are my keepers, and I was like, you dick. I get it. All right, now we've got the tight ends. We've got Zach Ertz and Robert Tonyan. I'm going to go with Robert Tonyan.
Yeah, I'm going to go Tonyan too, man. Rodgers likes him. He's going to try to target him for, quite a few targets. Ertz, is this his first game back?
I think the second.
Okay, yeah.
Not quite sure.
He wasn't doing very well before he was hurt.
He wasn't, which is pretty crazy
It
because
is.
it was like he wanted to be paid, so like we're not going to throw the ball to you that much, so you don't look like you're a top 3 tight end.
But for he was just dominant for like 3 years, and one of the best tight ends in the game. But for now, I'm going Tonyan.
All right, moving into flex appeal, we've Giovanni Bernard, the man with the stash, versus Michael Pittman Jr., one of my pickups from a couple weeks ago that I'm very proud of, and I'm going with Michael Pittman Jr.
Yeah, Bernard going against Miami. I don't like that matchup. I'm gonna echo your sentiments and give it to Pittman
Jr.
Sorry, Junior.
All right, kickers. We've got Brian McManus versus Rodrigo Blankenship. I gotta go with Rodrigo.
I gotta go McManus. Just because he
MC McManus.
he destroys me. He put up 18 against me. I respect him. But probably Rodrigo outscore him, but I'm still going McManus.
I knew you would. All right, defense. We've got Green Bay versus Philly, or Baltimore versus Dallas. I will actually go Green Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay probably, but man, you gotta give Baltimore some credit for the defensive game they played against Pittsburgh. Even though Pittsburgh did drop a ton of passes, they still put up a really good fight for having a skeleton of a team.
They have a damn good defense.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, I'm gonna go Green Bay as well. All right, looking up and down these lineups, who you taking?
Tough choice. Taking myself.
As you're yawning.
Yeah. I worked today, Brian.
Yeah, I think you might pull this out, but it's gonna be a lot closer than the projections right now. I'm gonna give it to you just by a hair. Just by a hair.
Watkins in there.
That's a $74 Sammy Watkins for who? Cooper or Pittman? Cooper. Whew, that's not a bad idea since they're playing Baltimore.
Right.
Yeah, maybe. It's gonna be a really tight matchup here. And you know what? I gotta just point out, Ed Logger's got a pretty decent squad overall. He's got a respectable team. He's not playing Hooper, huh? Okay.
Yeah, what the heck? Play Hooper against me?
Yeah, against Delling. Okay, all right.
I didn't think about that. You're gonna try to make me see if I would have picked Hooper. I might have picked Hooper over Tanya. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm taking you, just not by much, and I won't be shocked if you're upset.
Oh man.
Physically and on the field.
That's probably true.
Yeah, right. Our next matchup is going to be a doozy. We've got From Gags to Riches trying to squeak into a bye, which is very possible. Going up against Mighty Midgets, who's just playing for respect. And we say this more times than not, but man, he always puts on paper, on draft day, some amazing teams. And I'm not just blowing smoke. I always look at lineups afterwards. I'm like, Crick always has one of the best teams out there.
Yeah, he had David Johnson and Alvin Kamara one year.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe.
But yeah, and I don't think he's going to... Hopefully he doesn't get that COVID meteor that he's hoping for. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, but I'm hoping he doesn't get that request.
Probably wants it just so he can end the whole season. Nobody wins.
Yeah, and if I'm right with him if I don't make playoffs. All right. Oops, son of a bitch.
Jeez, Brian.
All right.
Kill us.
Starting at quarterback, we have Phillip Rivers. Oh, this is a head-to-head matchup.
I like it.
Going up against Deshaun Watson. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say Phillip Rivers.
I'm going to go Phillip Rivers as well, and hopefully he has a lot with the Michael Pittman connection.
There you go. All right, receivers. Cooks, Boyd, and Aguilar going up against Tyreek, Beasley, and Julio. But is Julio going to play?
I don't know. I don't think he is, actually.
Today. Let's see what they say. Downgraded to did not practice today. Maybe, they might be limiting his reps. And we'll see. That's going to be interesting. I'm going to go Gags with Tyreek.
Gags?
Yeah. But Cooks could have a big game.
He has Cooks and he's Watson. How do you beat somebody's quarterback? You have their receivers. As Gags put on the show last week. With,
yes.
I'm still going to go Gags on the strength of Tyreek Hill, though.
Yeah. All right, running backs. We got for Crick, we have Sanders and Jamal Williams going up against Duke Johnson and David Montgomery. I'm going to give a slight edge here to Crick.
I am as well. Miles Sanders to start off, but also Jamal Williams has actually been, Green Bay has been using...
Yeah.
They don't use Aaron Jones they don't give him 15 to 20 touches a game because Jamal Williams is pretty damn good.
Yeah, it seems like it's pretty evenly split.
Yeah, and he's not disappointing.
No. All right, and the tight end position, we got Goddard going up against Kelsey.
Goddard.
Yeah.
Nah, Kelsey.
I'd like to go Goddard because he's been doing really well. And he's like the best receiver going for Philly.
Yeah. Also, Jeffrey is running in mud.
Yes, he is. We knew that before the season started.
I tried. I didn't know.
All right, I'm going to go Kelsey, although Goddard might upset that one.
Maybe. Kelsey tends to do really good against Denver. It's the thing.
Yeah, he does good, period. All right, CeeDee Lamb or Slayton? CeeDee Lamb.
Slayton.
Yeah, Slayton. He's one of those guys that was on my team just never performed. He put up a goose egg last week.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he's going to bomb out this week.
He might. But I'm going to go CeeDee Lamb. Even though playing against Baltimore. Slayton's dead to me. All right, Boswell or Tucker? Tucker.
Boswell.
Oh, come on, Boswell. That's crazy. That was a shocker. Do explain.
I just don't. First of all,
Tucker's your boy.
Tucker is my boy. He's probably still the best kicker in the game.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But the way Baltimore uses him now, it pisses me off. And they go for fourth downs and stuff with Lamar Jackson when they're clearly in 50, 55 yard field goal range that
Which is
Tucker
money
could
in
be
the
money
bank.
for.
Yeah.
But they choose like, no, it's 4th and 4. We can get this.
Yeah.
Shut up. Take the points.
Yeah.
Use your kicker's
Yeah.
leg.
And
That's
use
what
your
you pay him
defense,
for.
Right.
So I've
Wow.
soured on it.
Boswell, okay.
Which I also I don't like the Harbaughs as coaches.
No, who does? All right. Minnesota D playing against Jacksonville or Arizona playing against the Rams. Got to go Minnesota here.
I got to go Minnesota as well. We'll see if Jacksonville proves me wrong like they did last week.
Yep. Still hurts, huh?
It does. Mike Glennon.
All right. All right. Looking up and down these lineups. Who are you taking?
I got to go, I think.
Wow.
I'm going to go with Gags.
I mean, even though, yeah, he's projected to win by like 20 points, I'm going Crick. I picked his D, I picked his quarterback, his running backs. So it's going to be pretty even. It's going to be even. I think it's going to be closer than that projection is showing. And I'm going to say Crick just pulls out a win and puts Gags down in 3rd place.
Wow. Quite the prediction.
Yeah. From Gags to bitches.
And now, the matchup of the week. This very cold, bitter, snow-fallen week of doing the podcast. Outside on the porch in 30-degree weather.
With a space heater.
With a space heater for you freaking jabronis. The things I gotta do. And fuck COVID.
Yes.
The matchup of the week. The Possum Magic try to take down the currently 1st place Springfield Isotopes. Possum Magic is in 4th place.
Correct.
Trying to surge, possibly to get into that bye.
Could he get a bye? I haven't really crunched numbers.
I think if I lose, Gags lose, and he wins.
Wow.
I think he might.
Let me
have
just
to
take a
crunch
quick
numbers
look
here.
at this. You might be correct about that. No, he would have to have.
hell of a day.
All right, he's gonna try to hold on to the 4th spot.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah. You need to beat me by you need to beat everybody by 200 points. It's
okay.
got to be a record-breaking day that blows Jimmy Huber out of the water.
He's got Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry needs to be like 4 of Tyreek Hill. All right, let's start off here with the quarterbacks. We've got Aaron Rodgers versus Ryan Tannehill. And normally you kind of scoff at Ryan Tannehill, but this might be the same time, just like last year, where he can deliver 50-point outbursts. With that being said, I'm still going to go with Aaron Rodgers.
I will as well. And I watched Aaron Rodgers play last week against the Bears, and man, he lit it up in the second half. And thank God they just shut him down. You know,
still think he's the best quarterback in the game.
Yeah, he's definitely up there.
I know you're going to say Mahomes, but
right.
He's just so good. So good.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, that would be a great Super Bowl. I mean, obviously I want Steelers to be there, but it'd be great to see Mahomes versus Rodgers.
I'd rather have Mahomes or I'd have Rodgers versus Ben Roethlisberger for the revenge game.
Yeah.
For Roethlisberger.
That would be a great
Roethlisberger
rematch.
wins the Super Bowl and retires.
Yeah. He probably would.
Probably would. I would go off in the sunset. I don't think there's another
man.
John Elway thing. We can do it again.
You got such a great defense and such a good young core. I don't know how many people you're going to lose in the offseason or anything like that, but it'd be tempting to try to repeat it.
Sure would. Well, we're not even there yet, so probably one of the worst off 11-0 teams ever. So anyways, on the wide receivers, we've got the artist, Scary Terry, and Stephon Diggs.
The artist.
Versus DeAndre Hopkins, Nuke, Deontay Drops Johnson.
Ooh, yes.
Calvin Coolidge Ridley. And I've got to go with...
This is a pretty good matchup here.
I think I'm going to take Tree on this one with the artist going against the Giants. And I'm really glad we don't do bloopers because Brian got me with the Scary Terry. Scary Terror. Good Lord. Yes, the artist, Scary Terry versus Pittsburgh. I think he could light it up because they're going to be behind. And Diggs, man. Diggs is really good.
Yeah.
Way better than I thought he was going to be.
I am actually going to go with you on that because, Hopkins playing against the Rams. Dropson is playing against Washington, and Ridley going against New Orleans. Like, none of those matchups are tasty. So, I'm going to go Tree.
All right, moving on to the running backs. We've got Derrick Henry going against Cleveland, looking to wreck shop. This is Derrick Henry time. This is like
it is.
Like
This is
Phillip
why-
Rivers.
Yes.
This is Derrick Henry time in the cold.
This is why you draft him.
This is exactly it. You try to survive, and then once you make it in, Derrick Henry just goes bonkers.
Yep.
Which I think it's safe to say that everybody in the league tried to trade. Derrick Henry.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if I would have had a speed dial, I would have been talking to Tree Size 7 times a day, but I don't. All right, and Chris Carson versus the Giants, which is another tasty matchup
it is.
if he actually plays. And then Craig has Alvin Kamara, who has basically disappeared to Taysom Hill.
He has.
And I know it's like, I don't know when Drew Brees is coming back, but I know Craig wants that bye.
Oh,
just in case,
Yeah,
because
he actually mentioned that on the pod.
Oh,
on
did he?
his recap, and I think he said that he doesn't expect him back until at least week 15, 16. So that's why he's trying like crazy to hold on to that bye.
right, yeah, because he has like 25 fractured ribs,
Yep.
something crazy. And Aaron Jones versus Philly, which in theory should be a great matchup for him. But basically with Green Bay, when they play, it just decides basically what Aaron Rodgers wants to do is how it goes.
Which is kind of like Big Ben.
Right.
they're just-
But Aaron Rodgers at least hands the ball off,
Right.
and they run the ball a little bit.
Right. Big Ben plays backyard football, which I love.
Yes, he does. I think
I'm going Tree.
I think I'm going Tree as well. It's kind of
you can't go against Derrick Henry at this
Not
time.
right now. Not
No
right now,
way.
man. That's
And
pretty
like,
crazy.
5 weeks ago, I'd probably take Craig's running backs
Without
hands
a
down.
doubt.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd ever go against Kamara and Jones. Really.
No. Well, I mean, because Kamara used to get like 40 points.
Yep.
But he didn't catch a pass on one again. It's nuts.
It's crazy how things change.
That's right. But we stay the same. Tight ends, we've got Noah Fant or Hayden Hurst. I gotta go Noah Fant.
I'm gonna go Hayden Hurst because I just feel like Denver's just a
Hodgepodge
shit show,
to itself.
Yeah.
All right, in the flex uphill, we've got Marvin Jones Jr. versus Nyheim Hines. God, it's very stupid. That's just very. There's nothing exciting about that.
No.
I'm gonna go Marvin. No, I'm gonna go Nyheim Hines.
Is JTT coming back?
He is,
Yeah.
but supposedly, but that still doesn't stop Nyheim from being
exactly. He's still
the
gonna be
receiving back. And JTT was sucking anyway.
Right. All right. I'm gonna still give it to Marvin Jones.
All right, kicker. We've got Fairbairn versus Suckup, who's on a bye week.
Does he have a
No,
backup
he
kicker?
doesn't have a
He has to
kicker.
pick somebody up. Okay.
He has to pick some
All
up.
right.
That's the question. Sorry, the big thing is
Fairbairn.
who does Craig drop?
Oh yeah, good point. Good point.
Does he drop Edmonds?
Does he drop Fuller?
I
Is
believe
Fuller a keeper? Because otherwise you drop Fuller.
very true. I like how it just says Unk on it.
Yeah.
Unknown Unk. I believe he drops Jeff Wilson Jr.
Yeah, probably right.
For a kicker.
For a kicker. All right. Fairbairn.
Go Fairbairn, because if he picks up a kicker, that pretty much makes their projections even.
Oh, good point. Good point.
All right, and defenses, we've got the Kansas City defense going against Denver, or the Seattle defense going against the Giants.
Ooh.
Now Seattle versus the
Danny
Giants.
Dimes, is he out?
He's hurt. Yeah, but the Chiefs defense has been pretty strong lately, and we don't know if the Denver quarterbacks are going to play as right.
Yeah.
And
I
if
think
they-
they'll have one of them back.
One of them back?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's not going to be that guy. Craig or Justin won't be able to have a second quarterback in. So either way, just because of the projections, I don't think they mean anything. I'm going to take Kansas City defense.
I think I will too. I think I'm going to take Kansas City. I think they just have a better defense in general.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Who are you taking?
I think I'm taking Tree because I took most of his players except for tight end and the flex, I think, and quarterback.
Quarterback, yeah. I agree. I also will be going with Tree for the upset. And, Craig, listening to his recap today, he is not really excited about the playoffs just because of a lot of different issues. Kamara being number one. And,
losing Fuller,
exactly.
that.
Losing
like
Fuller.
Click.
Right.
Unbelievable. I would be so upset. I understand completely what he would go through. Like my emotional, he just goes off for 41 points against you.
Yeah.
And you're like, and even though he lost, but you'd be like, that's awesome. And then like you wake up the next day or whenever it came out and it just says
6 games done.
PEDs. Like what is this, baseball? Like 6 games? Who knows? Like why was Will Fuller so good?
Yeah.
Because of the Peds, man.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't feel for Craig, but I understand.
No. Never do. Never feel for the Wizard.
Never feel for the Wizard. When he's ahead of you, you never feel for
That's
him.
right. Until he has fewer championships than
than one of us at least. Because right now we're just looking we're on that road. Yeah, he's
right.
above.
All right, we're on the road to nowhere. So
On the road
we are
again.
the
The road to nowhere.
We're both taking Tree Sites for. It's not really an upset. I mean, standings it is, but it's pretty much an even projection.
Right.
What are your final thoughts on the week? It's hard to believe that it is the final week of the season. My first final thought is that
Super fast.
Yeah, super fast, and there has been less COVID outbreaks than I expected. But the NFL should have stopped at least 3 games from being played, for sure.
The Denver game.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh-Baltimore
The
game,
San Francisco game
and the
versus
San
Green
Francisco
Bay.
game. Those
sure.
3 games for sure shouldn't have been played.
Right.
And I don't know if you saw Roger Goodell's little interview in the halftime of the Steelers game. Were you working?
I was.
Yeah,
I was also. I hear
it was
like I
pitiful.
was it pitiful?
Yeah. Player safety, blah blah blah. Like,
I am out of work for 7 days or 8 days or 9 days or whatever it was, right? Because of COVID. And I think, and I'll just talk about that. But the day I come back is a Steelers Sunday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
What at work? I remember my conversation was like, I joked on the lineup. The boss would be like, "Oh, welcome back, Dice," and I'm going to say, "Ha ha ha, go fuck yourself."
Is that what happened?
Well, the second part of the conversation I did not put on was, "Oh, ha ha ha." Midibach 801, which is the furthest table from a TV.
Ooh.
You can't see any of the game, and you got to deal with Asians all day.
That's what he did.
Yeah, that's what he did. And I was like, this is how it is every freaking Steelers Sunday. Every time. And I was off, for Pete's sakes. And I come back, it's like nothing changed.
You don't think it's intentional, do you?
Part of it is.
Yeah.
Some of it is. Well, we're so short-staffed, they just put you where they... Like, I was in Asia twice, the last 2 for 2 days in a row.
Wow.
Asia.
Wow.
Pagao, Midibach. So...
But it's crazy. Like, you should have seen that Steelers game at home. Like, it was scheduled for Thanksgiving.
Yes,
originally.
I had
Then
PTO.
Sunday. Then Tuesday.
I was going to go to the game before COVID. Had PTO. Sunday was still off. Had PTO. Tuesday, I purposely did not call HR so I could avoid the game. Got postponed to Wednesday, and at that point, I just said, "Fuck it, I'm going. I'm going to work." So yeah, but I did not see the interview.
Yeah, well, you didn't miss anything. It was just a bunch of BS. Like, game should have been played, but he said we're going to make all 256 games and everyone's going to be healthy and blah blah blah. Like, they said, do you think that the season will be shut down? No, all the protocols we have in place are perfect. So
Clearly.
Yeah. So,
well, I for one say, Sir John Ford, Roger Goodell, get this season over with. I don't want to go. It's just dumb. Further enough, just do it.
Yep.
Get them all. At this point, there's no excuses to have a game canceled. A team cannot forfeit. It's just impossible.
Right. It's kind of pathetic, but
yeah.
you can't forfeit at this point.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Your strength coach just infected 27 people or whatever, 30 people.
Yeah.
And nothing's going to be done about it. You still get to push back. And then the players get to push back.
He's got to be fine,
day.
right?
The strength?
Yeah, he's got to be fine.
They said they gave him he's fired.
Yeah, I would hope so.
The Ravens might incur like a day 3 draft pick and a fine. That'll be taken away, but that's nothing. So, but yeah,
right.
It should be done.
All right. Any final thoughts about last week of the season?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny how people who think they're ahead and people who think they're not ahead or behind, it all kind of like evens itself out.
Right.
All of a sudden, 1 week we had Bigler bitching about, being 2-4 and how he's going to quit the league if we don't change these rules, whatever, da-da-da-da-da.
Now he's, 7-5?
Yeah, now he's dancing because he's in the playoffs again. And, it's just funny how it just changes. And this last week has lots of implications. There's not even Craig can escape, a week with peace of mind. He's worried. As am I for the bye weeks. Gags is eyeing us up. He's licking his chops. He's a great white shark in the water, and where are those baby seals on the iceberg things? That you see in those National Geographic stuff. And I, for one, don't want to get the photo where the shark comes out of the water with the seal. I just don't want to be that seal.
You don't want to be that seal.
It's a terrible fate. So yeah, if Gags can, he was thinking if I could hang around all year and then all of a sudden, boom, get the first place buy plus the money. What is it, $35?
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah. So, and down below, and somewhere in the hodgepodge of down below, the 3rd to the 6th place, everybody's fighting for positions, even to get in. Just proves that even though you might not agree with all the rules, stupid, ridiculous rules that we have in the league, it still kind of makes it still is competitive, no matter what the rules are.
Yeah. And for the most part, everything kind of works out in the end. Even if I don't make playoffs and I get upset and all that, I still put up a good fight. And I'm just happy to be here, having a chance to make playoffs last week. That's all you can hope for is to get in. And I was thinking about this earlier today. Last year, I ran the table, and it was kind of a boring second half of the season. And then I just one and done out.
One and done.
And this year, it's been fighting and scrapping just to make my way into the playoffs. And I like my team just as much as I did last year. So, well, maybe not as much. As much.
Cook.
And Henry. Yeah. Okay, not as much, but a lot. I like my chances. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think we still have to see who actually finally makes it in for that 6th seed. But I think whoever's in there, all 6 teams could easily win it.
I already know who's going to make it, but unfortunately I left my files on the computer.
Okay, Josh.
That's why he's not going to make it.
That's right. That's right.
Karma.
Karma.
Doing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're going to tease him.
Yep. The files are laughing at you. They're corrupted.
That's
now.
Great. That's great.
Yep.
You got to reboot your computer, baby.
That's right. Reset.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, looking forward to it. Weird is there's a Sunday, a Monday, and a Tuesday game, right?
Yeah. Tuesday game.
Will we have a Thursday night game coming back week 14?
I don't know.
Will things be reset by then?
I mean, I think it'll probably depend on what happens this week.
Yeah, and I'm just praying that there's no COVID stuff going on and furthers it along where something could happen where you're, like you said with your Steelers-Baltimore game.
Yeah.
If you're in the playoffs and that shit happens, dude, that's just wrong. That's mean.
And look, I mean, if you look at the way COVID's going in general, there's a good chance that it could happen.
Well, did you see the Allegheny County spike?
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah.
We had from October till, from March till October, it was like 15,000 cases. And then from the middle of October till November, it was 15,000 cases.
Wow.
That fast.
So like a month and a half.
Yeah, so that's pretty crazy. It's scary.
Yeah, it is kind of nuts. Yeah,
but I'm working in the public eye.
You are. You're in the trenches.
I'm in the trenches. It's scary, Brian. I've seen some shit.
Yep.
I'm gonna have PTSD. I'm gonna be reaching for my mask and my shield. Brogan's not gonna know what the hell's going on. I'm gonna just mutter to myself. Be like, put the hand sanitizer in the basket. Wipe the tables. Batten down the hatches. We got a pandemic coming. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea, 3 if by air.
Ooh, nice. All right, Deli, I'm freezing my balls off.
Yeah, me too. Well, do you have any other thoughts?
Oh, no. I've said everything I need to say.
Okay.
Are
you ready, Brian? I'm always ready. Whoa, you did a cuckoo.
Yeah, you too, you messed it up, dude.
Oh, I thought we were always ready.
All right, that's better. That was scary, man.
Did I mess it up?
We'll listen back to it, man.
Huh. Interesting.